Now it's time to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they're taking the ass in Assassin's Creed very serious. Very serious, okay? A new report claims that same-sex romance options are confirmed for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and that goes for both characters. That goes for Yasuke, and that goes for Naoe. Both characters are going to be having same-sex relationships. So not only did you decide to want to represent all of feudal Japan with a black samurai, but then you wanted to add to that and say, you know what? It's not enough that we're going to represent you with a black samurai. We need to represent you with a gay black samurai. That's when you're really going to feel represented. Japanese people are going to lose their fucking collective minds. I honestly cannot wait to see the reactions from Japanese creators because some of them have been amazing. They really have. So I don't know if you guys have seen some of these videos. I mean, I know we reacted to some of them together, but this right here is going to piss them the fuck off. Let's check out the report. So YouTuber Joy Raptor reported on X that both Yasuke and Naoe will have unique romances, so different characters they can romance instead of the same character. He then added same-sex romances back for both characters. And if we go down further, romance are back and seems like they're going to work a little bit different this time. For one, just like in Odyssey and Valhalla, we can still choose to pursue romantic relationships or not. But because there are two completely different playable characters, they will now have both their own unique romances. While in Odyssey, for example, both Alexios and Cassandra have the exact same options. He continued there will still be same-sex romance options for both characters, just like the previous RPGs. But it seems that the overall focus is also a lot more on platonic relationships, so without the romantic features. The game's associate narrative director, Brooke Davies, informed Joe Raptor, I think something that's unique in Shadows is we're going to have some more developed relationships, a change to really get close to people, get to know people, all sorts of different relationships for Naoe and Yasuke to explore. So they're just basically going to make them whores. They're going to make both characters massive whores. And then after that, they're going to make sure that it's same-sex relationships. Now, here's the most interesting thing to me. What is it with all of these developers choosing to market their game with the relationships you can have? I don't know of anybody that, on a grand scale anyway, that gives a fuck about who you can romance in Assassin's Creed. Like Dragon Age is a little bit different, right? Mass Effect is a little bit different. But Assassin's Creed, not exactly the top thing that I think is on most people's mind. But I mean, here we are. It's a thing where they decide, okay, well, let's advertise this, right? It's because they are constantly obsessed with sexuality. Their sexuality is their entire identity. And they are so obsessed with it that they think that the way to market Assassin's Creed is to market it with the gay relationships that you can have with the main characters. Why would you even do this? What's the point? You must know that you already pissed off so many people, but now you're proving to everybody just how boring you are that you want to talk about the relationships? What? Why the fuck do we want to talk about the relationships? Who cares? Who cares? You're about to showcase feudal Japan. But you know what it is? They're Japanese expert. And I've said this in many streams, but maybe some of you are new here in the stream, so I'll say it again for those of you who are new. But the Japanese expert that they hired a female, of course. I forgot her name. Don't ask me to remember her name. Her expertise, her Japanese expertise, right? She was a Japanese woman. Her Japanese expertise is studying the gay relationships between Buddhas and young boys. That is her expert. That is their expert. I'm sorry. That's who they decided to hire for DEI consultancy on Assassin's Creed Shadows. So why would you want... What the fuck? It just doesn't make any sense. What is the reason? Why hire her? You can obviously see her influence in this, right? I'm calling this right now. I'm telling you, all you guys who are watching and saying, what the fuck? Okay, I guess a lot of people are new here. Yeah, no, I spoke about this many times. That's her expertise. She wrote a book. She wrote a book talking about the sexual relationships of Buddhists and young boys. That's like a thing that she, whatever. Anyway, terrible. But this was her entire reason for being hired, right? To make these characters as gay as possible. But I'm telling you right now, for those, all of you watching, I'm going to predict this, and maybe I'll be wrong. If I'm wrong, whatever, it's fine. But I'm predicting right now that either Oda Nobunaga is going to rail the shit out of Yasuke, or more likely, because this is a fantasy for them, Yasuke is going to absolutely rail Oda Nobunaga for everyone to see. I'm telling you right now, that's the story that these modern developers want to tell, because they loved talking about Oda Nobunaga and Yasuke's relationship. You know, the made-up one that Thomas Lockley, whatever his name is, made up in his book. Yeah, they love to talk about that. And they constantly talk about it to the point where now I'm very curious, because now it seems like that's where they're going to go. So I'm telling you right now, that's going to happen. One of those two is going to happen. Oda Nobunaga is going to be a romance option in Assassin's Creed. I'm calling it right now. And if I'm right, I swear to everything. If I'm right on that, at this point, just call me Nostradamus, man. Like if I'm honestly right, I swear, because I've been calling shit pretty well lately. I haven't been wrong very often. But that is seriously what's going to happen. So we'll see what ends up happening with As Creed. You might as well just call it As Creed at this point. Just call it As Creed. There's no reason to call it Assassin's Creed. Mr. Mish says Hypnodamus. Yeah. I like that. Hypnodamus. I like that. Yeah, I would be very... I'm not going to play the game, so I'm going to have to wait and read an article or something from The Gamer or Kotaku, because I'm telling you, Kotaku and The Gamer are going to run to the presses if they find out that Yasuke can fuck Oda Nobunaga or vice versa. They're going to write an article so fast, they probably already have it ready because they got review copies. So they probably already have it ready. So I'm curious. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Again, I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. And I'll admit if I'm wrong. Honestly, I want to be wrong. I don't want to think about Yasuke railing Oda Nobunaga, but you know, that could definitely be a thing. At this point, anything's possible. Fuck YouTube says As Creed BBC. Yeah, seriously.